half of all pregnancies in America are unplanned. If you find yourself in an unplanned pregnancy, you are facing a life-changing decision and have three options. Parent the child, place the child for adoption, or abort the child. You don't have to make this decision alone. This all happened a long time ago. I'm now 69, and when it happened, I was 27.
I was assaulted, and it wasn't something that I will ever forget, but you know.
It was my first pregnancy. I was only 14 years old. Might have been, I think I was around 14 years old. I was young. I was scared. I didn't know where to go.
I knew my fiancé was kind of up and down about things and scared about things and really hardly ready to be married, let alone ready to be a father. And so to me it was a postponement, which was a very silly thinking.
I stand here today to say that I would never give my baby not a life to live, because if somebody hurt me, I didn't want to hurt the baby the way somebody hurt me.
I knew that because at the time I thought that me and my ex, you know, we were going to stay together and whatever, and I knew that, or I thought that a baby would be good for us, and even though I was young, I still had, you know, I was still way immature. Even though I acted mature for my age, I still didn't have the kind of thought process that, you know, I guess when you're younger, you look back and you think that you know it all, but you really don't. You know, there's a lot that you have to learn, so, you know, I was really scared.
I chose the man instead of the baby, and the joke of it is, I lost the man anyway. I got ditched weeks after the abortion.
Seeing an ultrasound made me realize that it was a human being and that I needed to give the baby a chance to live just like I'm living, and I knew that if I didn't give him a chance to live, then I would be selfish.
I didn't think of it as a baby. I just thought of it as a postponement, that it was too soon to be having one, and that it should come later. It never occurred to me it was a separate life, a life different from any other life that would ever be.
I didn't have a healthy relationship, and I didn't really know, I guess, what one was. So at that young age, because I wanted kids with one guy, and you know, I wanted that. I mean, I guess nothing's a fairy tale wedding, or a fairy tale life, but I wanted like just kids with one guy and like a normal, which maybe nothing's normal, who knows? But I wanted that some kind of normalcy, you know.
It is the one thing in my entire life I've regretted. Main thing I've regretted. I mean, we all have regrets as we grow older, but there's regrets and there's regrets. God has redeemed that situation. He has given me peace about it.
I was scared when I first found out I was pregnant. I was afraid to tell people. I was afraid that they would look down on me, that they would judge me for what had happened. And Lakeshore Pregnancy Center helped me by telling me it's okay and that they're there to support you.
I felt very much that God wanted me to come to the pregnancy center, that it was time, that I needed to share my story, that I needed to show how, even though if you make a bad decision, God forgives, that He does give a life, that you can have a life, but it's a decision that really
It would be better if one never made.
Lakeshore Pregnancy Center was a positive place for me and was very positive in my life because it helped me through a lot of situations, having to deal with my daughter, and then a lot of decisions that I had.
A lot of people told me that I should keep my baby, and because I'm his mother, and how could you give him up for adoption? And I tell them, because I can't give him what he needs.
I think one of the things the Lakeshore Pregnancy Center does, which many years ago people didn't do, they would be against abortion, but they didn't provide help. And any young person who is choosing to have a baby needs help.
They really care. They don't judge you. They support you in all your decisions that you make about the baby and whether you choose to adopt or keep the baby.
I didn't feel like I was being judged. She asked what kind of things I needed help with.
I pulled through and I found a wonderful family for the baby, and God has really helped me and showed me the ways that I need to go in life.
So many people, I think, like me, have made that decision or are thinking of making that decision without wise information, without full information, without consideration. There's a kind of a panic there, and really and truly there's no need for that panic. There's time to stop and deliberate. There's time to seek out every avenue of information. And if at all possible, to pray if you understand prayer, even if one doesn't. There's certain times that God will be there, and to not ever make such a decision lightly.